Welcome back to Cocktail Underground. Today, I want to talk to you about a bottle you've probably seen on the shelf and thought, is that actually any good? I'm talking about Jack Daniel's Tennessee Blackberry. It looks like it should be terrible, but stick with me. I've got 3 craft cocktails that prove it's more than just a gimmick. We're making a fresh take on a Lynchburg lemonade, a paper plane style drink I call the Blackbird, and a Blackberry Old Fashioned. But first, let's start with a quick comparison between Blackberry Jack and Blackberry Crown Royal, since people always ask. Both of these bottles clock in at 35% ABV, so I very loosely call them whiskeys. Keep in mind that standard Jack Daniel's Black Label is 40%. So I treat these more like modifying liqueurs than base spirits, and in this video I'll be using this one both ways. That said, they're similar but not created equal. Let's try them. So you get blackberry in the nose of both, but I feel like the Crown Royal leans more into like Jolly Rancher or candy territory. I think the blackberry smell is a little stronger. And the Jack is super sweet, but you can still kind of tell that it's got Jack Daniel's in it. And the Crown, I feel like it tastes more almost like a moonshine or something. Like, it also has more of that like kind of artificial candy taste. So I definitely like the Jack better. Let's put the Jack to work in some cocktails. So the first drink we're going to make is a Blackberry Lynchburg lemonade. So Lynchburg lemonade was actually one of the very first drinks I learned to make. I think I saw it on a Jack Daniel's bottle or something. We'll do 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of the Jack Daniel's Blackberry, 1 ounce of lemon juice, and half an ounce of simple syrup. This is a little bit less than I used in my first version of this that I did a short about. It was just plenty sweet with this type of whiskey in it already. And finally we'll do half an ounce of Cointreau or an orange liqueur of your choice. And we will shake this one with pebble ice and serve it with pebble ice. And we will top it off with some Sprite. There's our Blackberry Lynchburg lemonade. Now for something a little fancier, the Blackbird. This is a riff on the paper plane, which is usually made with bourbon, Aperol, Amaro, and lemon. But I'm going to change out a couple of the ingredients. For one of the liqueurs, I'm going to use the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Blackberry, so we'll do 1 ounce of it. And then for the main spirit, I'm going to use Jack Daniel's Bonded, because it's 100 proof and behaves more like a main spirit in a cocktail, so we'll do a full ounce of it. And then for our bitter liqueur, we're going to use Luxardo Bitter Bianco. I use this almost interchangeably with Aperol. I just sometimes don't want the color of Aperol. And I think this is a little like lighter and easier drinking, so maybe the blackberry will have a chance to stand out a bit more. And finally, we'll do an ounce of lemon juice. Okay, we're gonna shake this with a few 1-inch ice cubes. And we'll garnish this one with a dried lemon wheel. There's our Blackbird. Alright, our last cocktail is going to be a Blackberry Old Fashioned, so we're keeping it classic. So for this one, I'm going to also do a split base of Jack Daniel's Blackberry and Jack Daniel's Bonded. The reason for that is 35% alcohol just is not strong enough for an Old Fashioned. And this should kind of bring it up. I'm even a little worried about this split base between the 100 proof Bonded and the Blackberry being strong enough for an Old Fashioned. We'll see. So here's 1 ounce of the Blackberry, 1 ounce of Jack Daniel's Bonded, and a few dashes of Jack Daniel's bitters, or if you don't have these, Angostura is fine. These have more of a vanilla and cinnamon flavor to them. I compared the two last night. And I'm going to put a very tiny amount of simple syrup because, like I said, the spirit itself is pretty sweet, so not the usual heaping bar spoon that I put in. So we're going to stir this with some 1-inch ice cubes. And we'll strain this over a nice big sphere of ice. And for the garnish, I'm just gonna express some lemon oil on the glass and throw in a skewer of 3 blackberries. It's actually a little big. So make that a skewer of 1 blackberry, and there is our Blackberry Old Fashioned. So there's 3 craft cocktails with Jack Daniel's Tennessee Blackberry. Let's try them. So I've had the Lynchburg lemonade a couple times because I did a short about it. And I think this is the kind of drink this was made for. Just something light, easy, and refreshing. Like, you can tell there's whiskey in there, but you could have a couple of these during the day and be fine and be kind of refreshed. And it reminds me of the original because it does still have that nice Jack Daniel's whiskey flavor to it too. So next up we have the Blackbird, and my only issue with it was that the liqueurs I used were both really low proof, and usually you put a high proof and a low proof in there, but maybe the bonded Jack will come through. You get the bitterness from the Luxardo first. I think the Blackberry Jack does take more of a back seat, but I do get kind of a fruitiness or almost like a grape flavor in it. It's a nice little cocktail, and the Jack Daniel's Bonded is definitely a must in it. So the third one is our Old Fashioned with the split base of Jack Daniel's Bonded and Blackberry. Yeah, even with the low amount of simple syrup I put, it's still really sweet. You could probably leave the simple syrup out completely and just call the Tennessee Blackberry the sweetener, but it's very drinkable, and I feel like if it dilutes anymore it might not be quite strong enough, but it's good right now. So this bottle is proof that unorthodox ingredients can still make great cocktails if you know how to balance them. So if you bought a bottle of Blackberry Jack or even Crown Royal Blackberry, let me know what you've made with it. I'm always looking for new ways to play around with just about anything. Drop your ideas below, hit that like button, and subscribe if you want more cocktail content. Cheers!